An anime done so poorly on a series that the author is having to wrap up the original source in just 12 chapters. That is what's being said a lot today on Reddit, on Twitter, on social media, on YouTube. I've seen a lot of comments on this, and the source from all of this is from the author himself, which if you zoom in here, you will see back in April 11th of last month, the author himself, Turtle Me, confirmed that he only has about 12 chapters left in the tank for the beginning after the end, and it will wrap up. And if you want to know when the anime actually started, it started on April 2nd of last month, so we were already a few weeks into the anime when these posts were made. And if you don't remember or recall, around this exact same time, there was, a lot of information coming out about the author's statements of the anime, but also making a public post on Reddit saying that, they're aware of the criticism, they're aware of people that dislike the anime, they're aware of, they were a little bit naive about the entire situation. They basically acknowledged a lot of the things that people were talking about, with the beginning episodes of the beginning after the end. And with this overall post on, Discord, him actually stating that he wants to wrap the series up around chapter 529, this has led a lot of people to speculate that the series has done so poorly, the anime is being received so poorly that the author just wants to wrap it up. That's what a lot of people have been saying since this information came out into the limelight, and it started spreading thanks to Ellen Historian here that made this video that has over 50,000 views already, and there's a bunch of posts now being spread all over the main official Reddits of, the beginning after the end. But let's get into the heart of the situation. It really has not been a good year for the beginning after the end, at least the last full year, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm not even just talking about the anime, I'm talking about how the beginning after the end lost its artist because of just unfair changes in pay. And this is thanks to TAPAS from my understanding. I don't remember or know the full extent of the story, but I remember that there was some argument about pay for the artist for the beginning after the end, and thanks to that, the original artist had to step down. And I feel like thanks to this issue that happened about a year ago is more or less what is driving or probably pushing maybe the beginning after the end in such a hard spot as of late. That's my assumption. I could be wrong there, but obviously it's not been a good about year and a half for the series, and it's pretty sad overall because, I'm not completely caught up with the series, but the beginning after the end has legitimately just been non-stop an absolute dumpster fire. Here's a random clip from an episode. You can see that the animators haven't even went out of their way to even animate a running scene as she goes to her parents or whatever. She just teleports there. It's really bad. When you have an entire main Reddit of the series just straight up mocking and memeing you, things have gotten pretty bad and out of hand. So I do think that, judging by how much interaction Turtle Me, aka the author of the beginning after the end, has interacted with the community, he definitely sees this. He is definitely aware of this, and I think it's probably killing a lot of his motivation, probably killing a lot of his drive to continue a series, just seeing the community absolutely dumpstering on the anime. I know that has to be devastating and depressing. I know I would probably feel depressed if I was in his shoes, and I've already talked about this in length about just maybe what happened and how the anime came to be like it is and his personal thoughts. I've talked about this already, so I'm not gonna tread old ground, but what I will say is that I don't know necessarily if the announcement is him wanting to end it thanks to the poor reception of the anime, but the series is wrapping up, and as someone that is not caught up, but seeing what people have been saying, especially in this YouTube video, but also on this Reddit post, I'm not going to scroll down to spoil anyone too much, but basically it's very clear that in 12 chapters, the series is not probably going to be able to wrap up everything. It's not going to be able to potentially conclude all of the story threads that's been set up for a very long time, and even though we want to acknowledge what the author said that he wants to make the chapters extra longer, will it be enough to really clarify and get proper conclusions to everything? I doubt it will, because regardless if he tries to settle every plot point, an ending will never be able to satisfy everyone. That's just how it is. There will always be people that dislike it, but the best thing is if the ending makes sense and at least completes the core objective and goal that the series set out from the first chapter. That is at the very least what an ending should do. Can it do that? We shall see. But, yeah, this is, some pretty heartbreaking news for a lot of people that are beginning after the end fans, and, I'm sad to see that. 12 chapters, it's wrapping up. That's wild, man. It has not been a really good month, a very good year, or even 2 years for the series. It just keeps getting worse, and I can't help but feel really bad for, the beginning after the end. It's just, it's been continuously getting shafted, and, yeah, here we are. But I'll leave it at that. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. May all of you stay safe, stay healthy. Chibi out.